This video is brought to you by AztecaSoccer.com, your one-stop shop for all the latest and greatest soccer gear. Be sure to use coupon code SR4U at checkout to receive 10% off any order of $75 or more. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Nike Mercurial Superfly 4 in the brand new Volt Hyper Pink and Black colorway. Now inside the box they do include a string bag to go along with the shoes. The string bag is Volt yellow in color with black strings. You're going to find a black Nike swoosh on one side and your black Nike football branding on the other. Other than that, all you're going to find inside the box, as you guys can see, are the shoes themselves. So we'll get these guys out of the box really quickly and take a closer look at what is arguably the brightest colorway of the Superfly 4 thus far. So extremely vibrant, as you guys can see. In today's video, we're going to be taking a closer look at the colorway itself and all the small details that go along with it. We're also going to be talking about detailed information as far as the fit, feel, and performance is concerned. So if you're interested in learning more about this shoe, please stick around. And also, if you're interested in a pair for yourself, check out the review page on my website. First link down below in the description. You'll find the full written review as well as buy it now links with the best prices online, including exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick these up below their normal retail price. So again, first link down below in the description, go ahead and check it out. And with that being said, let's get right into the review. To start things off, let's take a closer look at the colorway. Now obviously with this shoe, you're going to find a Volt yellow base that does have a slightly greenish tinge to it, I will say that. You're going to find Hyper Pink in the Nike swooshes that also have a black outline, the black rim around the top of the dynamic fit collar, your black ACC branding, the black Mercurial branding along the back of the shoe, and I'm sure just by looking at the upper, a lot of you guys are comparing it to this shoe right here, the Superfly 4 SE in electric green, hyper punch, and bright crimson. Now, side by side, you can see these two shades of a greenish yellow are very similar. This is definitely more of a lime green. This is definitely more of a highlighter yellow, but side by side, they are actually quite similar to each other. As far as little details that you won't necessarily see in the online stock photos with this new Volt colorway, you do have the mid layer of Flyknit being black in color. So around the ankle, when you stretch that out, you can see the black is exposed underneath, and along the top of the foot where the elasticated part is, again, when that stretches out, you will see the black mid layer in the Flyknit, which is a nice little detail, but very, very bright, extremely vibrant. As far as the pinks and the swooshes go, the Hyper Pink on this new Volt colorway is a little bit more vibrant in my opinion. And then moving on to the sole plate, there's also some interesting comparisons to be made with the CR7 Superfly 4, because if you turn it over, you're going to notice that the sole plates on both of these shoes, yes, they're made from carbon fiber, but they also have the blue tint to it. We saw the blue tint originally on the CR7 Gala Glimmer Superfly 4, and on this Volt and Hyper Pink colorway, as you guys can see, it has that same blue tint, which is really, really cool. You're going to find pink heel studs on the lateral side with more of a darker blue heel stud here on the medial side. And then of course in the forefoot, you're going to find a combination of those blue studs as well as more pink studs with one more pink Nike swoosh right there at the base of the sole plate. So a really cool combination of colors. In my opinion, this is the brightest Superfly 4 that we've seen so far. So if you're looking to stand out, if you're looking to have a very vibrant standout type of pair of shoes, then the Superfly 4 in this colorway is definitely what you're looking for. Let me know your opinions on it though down below in the comment section. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Why or why not? And with that being said, let's move on to the tech specs of the Superfly 4 so we can learn a little bit more about the overall performance. As far as performance is concerned, the Superfly 4 is a pretty special shoe. A lot of that has to do with the Flyknit construction and of course mid-cut design of the upper. If you guys want more detailed information on the overall performance, I'd recommend checking out the full written review on my website. First link down below in the description, and I'll also leave an annotation on screen to my playtest video of the Superfly 4 where you can actually see these things in action. But the Flyknit mid-cut design is really what this shoe is all about. It's a Mercurial just based on how it fits, so it does have that tighter one-to-one sensation on your foot. The Flyknit material is thin, but at the same time very well supported. It's soft, it's flexible, it really does have that sock-like sensation on your feet. There's a fused-on internal support frame for added structure to the upper. You're also going to find Brio cables that run from the base of the sole directly into the lacing system that are similar to Flywire in terms of the type of support that they provide, but obviously a little bit thicker and something that's actually woven into the Flyknit material, which is very, very interesting and extremely extremely effective when it comes to the overall responsiveness of this shoe. When you make quick cuts, the upper moves exactly the second your foot does, and like I said, there's no rollover. It just creates for a nice responsive sensation overall. You do have a Nike skin covering on top of the Flyknit material to allow for a little bit of extra grip on the ball, and of course it does feature ACC all conditions control, which acts as your wet control element for better grip on the ball in wet playing conditions. The one-piece design creates a nice seamless sensation, and overall the Flyknit material is just very thin. So if you're looking for a barefoot feel, the Superfly 4 is definitely going to deliver. Now the dynamic fit collar as well as the top of the foot area is made from a more of an elasticated Flyknit material, where the rest of the boot is a lot more structured and won't really stretch at all. Because of this more elasticated feel, it just has a nice comfortable fit. The dynamic fit collar does feel a little bit strange at first, but really has no structure to it whatsoever. So if you're worried about this being too bulky or affecting your ability to play, or just feeling too stiff on your ankles, it will feel a little bit strange at first, but once you get used to it, it's not something that you really notice all that much. And the main reasoning for the mid-cut design to be there in the first place is to create that seamless sensation where the shoe kind of flows as an extension of your body as opposed to being something that is attached to your feet. You do have an internal plastic heel counter here, and there is a bit of a heel liner on the inside that I can't actually show you. The inside of the dynamic fit collar is pretty much just straight up Flyknit, and then the inside does feature a bit of padding and a synthetic leather lining material. The insole is fully removable. It features that hyper pink color, as you guys can see, Mercurial branding on the heel, mesh lining on top, perforations throughout, and it's just made from one single layer of foam. Nothing too special, but it's thick enough to where it does provide some decent underfoot cushioning. No major complaints regarding the insole whatsoever. And then moving on to the sole plate and stud pattern, you get their new carbon fiber sole plate, which is relatively flexible in comparison to what we've seen on past Superfly models. It's nice and thin, it keeps you low to the ground. It's flexible, but at the same time doesn't lack responsiveness either. It's just a really good performing sole plate overall. I know cracking is something that a lot of people are concerned with the Superfly 4. I haven't personally experienced many issues or any issues myself, and it really is a fairly uncommon thing for the sole plate to crack, so it's not something that I would be too worried about. And as far as the stud pattern is concerned, this is of course the firm ground variation. It's a Mercurial stud pattern, so you can expect really good performance when it comes to multi-directional traction, and that's exactly what you get here with the Superfly 4. As much traction as you get when pushing off in all directions is also relatively stable, and a lot less aggressive than what we've seen from the Mercurial line in the last couple of years, which in my opinion makes it a little bit of an improvement over what we got from the Vapor 8 as well as the Vapor 9. So great stud pattern. If you've worn Mercurials in the past, you'll feel right at home with this particular stud pattern. It performs the part, and you really can't ask for much more when it comes to performance with the Superfly 4. It truly is cutting edge, and if you're looking for the latest and greatest as far as soccer cleat performance is concerned, the Superfly 4 is really hard to deny as one of the most attractive options out there if you're looking for something that's going to be thin, lightweight, and perform exceptionally well. As far as weight is concerned, the Superfly 4 isn't actually the lightest model in Nike's current Mercurial lineup. The Vapor 10 actually weighs a little bit less, but because of how these things fit and feel on your feet, they're essentially weightless. So I'm going to weigh this pair for you today in real time. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9 US. Going to throw it on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 6.9 ounces, right at that 7 ounce mark. Again, not the lightest shoe on the market, but they're light enough, and just based on how they fit and feel, they don't really have any weight when you're wearing them. So if you're looking for that lightweight sensation from your soccer cleats, the Superfly 4 is definitely going to offer that. And of course, with its very thin Flyknit construction, it's also going to offer a barefoot feel, but of course a lack of protection, which is kind of the trade-off that you have to make. So that's pretty much it as far as the weight of the shoe is concerned. And move on next to a quick on feet so you can get a better idea as to how these shoes fit, and of course what the sizing is like. Alright, so here's a look at the Superfly 4s on feet. On my right foot I have the stock Volt Yellow laces, and on my left foot I have a pair of black reflective SR4U laces. If you're interested in a pair of these replacement laces for yourself, check out sr4ulaces.com. There'll be a link to that down below in the description. And as far as how the Superfly 4s fit and feel from right out of the box, they're actually very comfortable. If you haven't worn a mid-cut Flyknit model from Nike before, they'll feel a little bit strange at first. There's not so much a break-in period as much as there is a period of just getting used to how these things feel, because they definitely are different from an average soccer shoe. They have a sock-like fit and really do have that one-to-one sensation. There's no overlapping materials, and the Flyknit upper is overall very, very flexible. I would not recommend wearing these straight into a game. I wouldn't recommend wearing these straight into a free kick session. Wear them around your house, wear them at a couple of light training sessions, and not until you feel completely comfortable should you wear them during more high intensity types of activities and movements. So again, just take your time, get used to how they feel, and once you're used to them, you shouldn't have any issues as far as discomfort or blistering. You're only going to get blisters and stuff as far as issues with discomfort are concerned if you just go into it way too quickly. So just please keep that in mind. As far as the fit is concerned, it's a Mercurial, so it does have a tighter fit overall. Not necessarily the best shoe for wider foot types. It does have a pretty snug fit through the midfoot with a little bit of extra width through the forefoot and toe box area. Also keep in mind that it's a Flyknit upper and it really isn't going to stretch. The way they fit from right out of the box is the way they're going to fit for their entire lifespan. And as far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, I would strongly recommend going true to size for the best possible fit. Alright guys, that's it for my review of the brand new Volt Yellow and Hyper Pink Superfly 4. The Superfly 4 is a fantastic shoe, and if you're looking for a bright colorway, this is definitely the one to consider. In my opinion, the brightest of any of the releases thus far. The Superfly 4 just has a lot to offer when it comes to performance. It truly is cutting edge. And again, if you guys want more details on the overall fit, feel, and performance of this shoe, check out the full written review on my website. It's the first link down below in the description. Also on that review page, you will find buy it now links with the best prices online, including exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick these up below their normal retail price. So again, first link down below in the description. Go ahead and check it out. If you guys have any questions regarding this particular colorway or any suggestions as far as videos are concerned, leave those down below in the comment section. I definitely will get an answer out to you and take a look at all of your suggestions. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. That would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching. Show you guys what they weigh on the scale in real time. Keep in mind that this is a brand new pair in a size 9 US. Gonna throw them on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at exactly, I missed the scale.